For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to LSU Daily with Matt Musso, your home for all things LSU sports.
Off and running here on another edition of LSU Daily. Welcome in and glad to have you along for the ride. Transfer portal action heating up for Matt McMahon and LSU men's basketball. Not one, but two commits on Monday afternoon and evening. Fired up to dive into both of them. One of them, a top 10 player in the transfer portal. Also, LSU baseball, they are back on the diamond Tuesday night. After a sweep of Mississippi State, they welcome in another Bulldog, the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech, and there's plenty of familiar faces on that team for LSU fans. We'll get into all of it here on LSU Daily. Be sure to subscribe to the pod wherever you get your podcasts. Just search LSU Daily. We're right there. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on social media as well. Of course, Twitter X, @MussoMatthew. Find me on Facebook, Matt Musso, as well as Instagram as well. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to start with men's hoops. We're going to take them out of order just because you're not going to not start with the top 10 player. So on Monday evening, news came down that Dayton Thomas has decided to commit and transfer to Matt McMahon's LSU Tigers. You might be asking yourself, well, Musso, who's Dayton Thomas? Dayton Thomas goes by DJ, Dayton Thomas Jr., so DJ Thomas is a guard from UNLV. On 3, ranks him as the number 3 guard in the portal and the 8th best player in the portal overall. He picked LSU over Kentucky, Florida, in the Final Four, by the way, and Syracuse. 2 blue bloods and a program in Florida that has multiple national championships and different really good runs throughout their program's history, including the one they're on right now. Just that, just him being a top 10 player in the portal, a top 5 guard in the portal, and the schools he picked LSU over, just that should tell you how massive of a get this is for LSU and for Matt McMahon. But oh wait, there's more. When DJ Thomas came out of high school, he was a 5-star recruit in the class of 2024 and ranked number 22 overall in that class. Now, he reclassified from 2024 to 2023 and enrolled early at UNLV. He led the Rebels in scoring as a freshman and was the Mountain West co-freshman of the year. Followed that up this past season, averaging 15.6 points per game to go along with 4.7 assists, shot 35% from 3, and notched 22 double-figure scoring games out of the 26 that UNLV played. Y'all, this is not even a debate. This is the best player Matt McMahon has landed out of the transfer portal since he has been at LSU. Now, we have to see it translate to SEC play, and we'll all get our opportunity for that next season. But when you just look at skins on the wall, former rankings, current rankings, production, it's DJ Thomas. This is a guy who you hope comes in and just completely takes charge of your backcourt because that's what you're bringing him here to do. DJ Thomas is here to start day one, play day one, and lead day one for LSU in the backcourt. And that's what you have to go get. With the investment that they are making in this program, that's what you have to go get. before, not to say you didn't find starters in the transfer portal. And Cam Carter, great find. KJ was a good find for you. But outside of that, he really wasn't a hard find. He came from Murray State. But outside of that, it's just been a lot of rotational guys that LSU has been able to land out of the transfer portal when it comes to men's basketball. KJ Thomas is not that. This is very similar to what the football team went out and did. They went out and got day one starters, immediate impact guys. Matt McMahon just landed his first in DJ Thomas. And to go out and get him over the programs that you did shows the commitment that they are making to LSU men's basketball, the investment that they are making to LSU men's basketball. Last year, LSU doesn't even have a seat at the table getting DJ Thomas. Now, they have a long way to go from here. They're not done. There's only two, and we're going to get to Michael Nwoko here in a second. But that is a major splash for LSU. You look at anyone who covers college basketball, and LSU made national news yesterday with this, with all of them just saying, that's a massive get for Matt McMahon. Huge get for Matt McMahon. Wow, what a pull for Matt McMahon and LSU. All of them. John Rothstein, Jeff Goodman, like any of them, the most respected names that cover college hoops. That's a fantastic get. Fired up to see DJ Thomas in the purple and gold. Now, the transfer portal news started with Michael Nwoko. And I like this one for a lot of different reasons as well. Michael Nwoko is a forward, transfers in from Mississippi State. 6'10", 245 pounds. His stats, they're not going to blow you away. Average 6 and 4. He did block 24 shots, though. So, awesome rim protection that he can provide you. And he shot 54% from the floor. He also started 32 games for Mississippi State. So what you get in Michael Nwoko is SEC experience and another big body defensively. And that helps your front court tremendously. You're getting Jalen Reed back. That's huge because before he tore his ACL in early December, Jalen Reed was your best player. Like, he was. Damian Collins played plenty for you. He has not announced the decision yet. So at this time, we'll assume he'll be back for LSU. That's more SEC experience. Robert Miller hasn't announced the decision yet. So for now, we'll assume he'll be back with LSU. That's a that's a guy coming off his freshman season where he saw increased minutes and time down the stretch when Matt McMahon was finally just like, we're going to play the young guys and get them experience. And Robert Miller showed some signs in the SEC down the stretch. I like the addition of Iwoku because it provides depth, SEC experience, and rim protection. Is it the splashiest of gets out of the portal? Like, is it DJ Thomas? No, it's not. But it's a guy who's a veteran in this league that knows the ins and outs of this league, that's not going to shy away from the competition of this league, who can help you, and was a starter in this league already. Again, 32 starts for Mississippi State a season ago. They're not done. We're going to get to why momentarily, but this is a really, really nice start for LSU and Matt McMahon in the transfer portal as they look to bring this program to a level that they can compete and make the NCAA tournament, and depending on your draw, see if you can go make a run. And it hadn't taken them long to get off to that start either. As I just previously mentioned, it might not be done yet either. LSU on Tuesday has a virtual Zoom visit with Keyshawn Hall. Keyshawn Hall is a wing from UCF, 6'7", 235, with guard and post skill. He was the Big 12's leading scorer a season ago. 18 points per game, almost 19 points per game, and 7 rebounds playing from the wing. He's not afraid to go down low. He's not afraid to put the ball on the floor. He shot 43% 16 double-figure games for the Knights. Excuse me, not 16 double-figure, 16 20-plus point games for the Knights. Dropped 40 on the road at ASU. Dropped 34 on the road twice, once at Kansas, and then once at Oklahoma State. With his versatility from the wing, if LSU can land Keyshawn Hall, he would fall into that same category as DJ Thomas of a guy that you just haven't had here yet. Just a guy, the caliber of that you just haven't had. Now, competition is stiff. He has already had virtual Zoom visits with Kansas. On Monday, he visited with Kentucky and Auburn. And on Tuesday, it's LSU and Arkansas. So you are going up again against the who's who. John Calipari, Bill Self, Bruce Pearl. Like, that's the pond you're fishing in. You already got DJ Thomas out of that pond. So you should have a little bit of confidence that LSU's going to be able to compete there. More than you should, or more than you would have before they landed Thomas. Not saying they'll get Hall, but they can certainly put themselves in the running, and it appears that they already have. And that would just be another massive, massive get for Matt McMahon and LSU men's hoops. We'll keep you posted, but this is a great start, and it's an exciting start as well. The portal will continue to turn, and LSU is not done. All right, switching gears, LSU baseball, they're back on the diamond Tuesday night against Louisiana Tech for some midweek action. LSU comes into the matchup 26-3, 7-2 in the SEC. Both marks are the program's best start since 2013 in 29 games. La Tech next up on the schedule. Bulldogs come in 17-11, 4-2 in Conference USA. They've taken 2 out of 3 in both of their series there so far. Lane Burroughs has another solid team, and it's packed with familiar faces that once played in the purple and gold. Brody Drost has been a pretty consistent starter for the Bulldogs. Zeb Ruddle has been a pretty consistent starter. 24 games played, 21 starts. And, of course, Will Safford as well. 26 games, 25 starts. So you could see 3 former Tigers in the lineup on Tuesday night for Louisiana Tech. Their leading hitter is Garrison Berkeley at .313. He's also driven in 16. Michael Ballard is the leading home run guy for the Bulldogs with 5, and the leading RBI guy as well with 21. Or I should say he's tied for the RBI lead at 21 with Eli Birch. On the bump, they've pitched it pretty solid as well. Has La Tech, a 4.8 ERA. Little elevated, but not too bad. It's a solid ball club. They're also fielding .977, so this could be a little bit of a test here for LSU in the midweek. As far as the Tigers go, there's a few things to look for, or at least that I'm looking for. Expecting William Schmidt to get the ball to start the ball game. He did not pitch over the weekend and last pitched in the midweek on Tuesday in relief. It would stand to reason he's your guy to start. You need to get him back out on the mound, and I'd like to see him extend a little bit. Give him 3, 4 innings or so. Let him work out the kinks, get the confidence back that he had preseason in the midweek before putting him back out there on the weekend. We'll see how long they let him go. But again, with a guy like Schmidt, the only thing that's going to help him snap out of this is success. He just looks like a guy who's not really trusting his stuff, because his stuff is some of the best on the team and is capable of getting anybody in the country out when he's got it and has full trust behind it and conviction behind it. You're going to want to see him land the breaking ball and some sort of a changeup, at least show it here on Tuesday night, because that will get everyone off of the fastball. Yeah, the fastball's up to 97, but when you have nothing off of it, it's hittable. Very hittable, and hitters at this level aren't going to miss it. On top of that, strikes. You need to see strikes. And it's not just that he doesn't walk anybody, doesn't hit anybody. You need to see him ahead in the count. So there's plenty to look for when watching William Schmidt face Louisiana Tech on Tuesday night. As far as the other things for LSU, I'm still keeping an eye on the DH spot. It's not the DH spot, on the cleanup spot. Whether that's Ethan Fry, maybe Steven Milam, maybe you see Josh Pearson back there. I really liked seeing Milam and Fry in that spot over the weekend, the last couple games of the series against State. Ethan Fry's emergence is one to really, really watch, because what you've seen over the last couple of weeks is them leaving Fry in to face righties. It happened for the first time in Game 3 against Missouri, and he turned in a single. It's happened a couple times since then, and then Game 3 against State, they started him at DH against the righty, and he ended up with 2 hits that night. We know what he could do against lefties. He has just feasted on left-handed pitching really the better part of the last 2 seasons, even with the injury in 2024. If he starts to gain some consistency and confidence and improves against the right-handers like it looks like he is, Ethan Fry needs to be in the lineup every single day and needs to be your cleanup hitter. If that consistency does continue and it comes and it continues against right-handed pitching, they're easing him in there. So I want to continue to see and watch that because that guy could be massive for you in the cleanup hole. That is a big power bat that you can add into your lineup every day. He would add further protection for Jared Jones because then he would be protecting Danny Dickinson. And on top of all of that, he's also hitting for average. Ethan Fry's at 377. So keep an eye there. I'll be curious to see if he's in the lineup against a righty or lefty here tonight because that could really sew up a massive position in the lineup if you have an everyday solid cleanup hitter that can change the scoreboard in multiple different ways like Ethan Fry can. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing Stephen Milam continue to get some run there. I know the stature isn't what you would think of for a cleanup guy, but the production is. He's got some pop in that bat. He hits for average, always takes a good at bat, and he's driven in plenty of runs for LSU. In fact, in SEC games alone, Stephen Milam leads the team in RBI. So just a couple of things to file away there. One more for the offense in the lineup tonight. Imagine we'll see Cade Arrambide give Luis Hernandez a bit of a rest after catching 3 straight games on the weekend, and I want to see if Arrambide can continue to improve behind the plate, but also if he can keep up the offensive numbers that we've seen him start to put up in these midweek games. He's hit a home run in 2 straight midweek games. And a week ago against ULL, he had a 3-hit night. So let's see if that development continues to take place as well, because I fully expect him to be in the lineup for LSU to give Luis Hernandez a day off. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Y'all be sure to subscribe. Share the podcast, please. That's greatly appreciated as well. Anywhere you get your podcast app, subscribe. Follow me on social media. And be here next time for more on LSU Daily.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.